Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Carter Dairy Virtual Chat. I am Brittany with the Discover Dairy program, and we are so excited to have you joining us today as we get to meet Farmer John and, of course, your adorable adopted calf, Dolly. Today's chat wouldn't be possible without the generous support of American Dairy Association Indiana and the Dairy Excellence Foundation. So thank you to both of those organizations for making today possible. First, this live chat is part of the Adopt a Cow program. And if you're new to the Discover Dairy and Adopt a Cow program, it is a free online resource that covers Common Core standards in math, reading, and science, all while using dairy concepts to teach those lessons. If you're interested in accessing those resources that are free, you can go to discoverdairy.com. We'd also love for you to join the Adopt a Cow Fun next year. So if you're interested in joining again, or you're new to the program and want to join the fun, registration actually opens again for next year this Sunday, May 1st. So if you're interested in receiving an email when registration opens up, or you head on over to discoverdairy.com/adopt when it's May 1st, you can sign up right away for next year's program. We'll get started with the program for 22-23 school year in October, but you can sign up starting May 1st to join the fun again. Next, we are excited to be joining you live today. So if you can continue looking at that live chat and see that it's enabled, we see many of you joining us today, which is really exciting. Please continue to keep using that chat. Go ahead and comment, ask questions throughout the tour, but please be mindful. We want to make sure those questions and comments stay related to the farm chat, and also that we keep them school appropriate. And before we tune in to Farmer John, we just want to see who's joining us today. So let's take a look at that chat to see some of our classes that have joined us. So first that joined us early this morning was Mrs. Gray's first grade class from Alexandria, Indiana. So hello, good morning. Congrats for being the first ones on this morning. We have Mrs. Carter's kindergarten class from Indianapolis, and I believe that might be Farmer John's wife. So hello, good morning, and good morning to your class. We have Mrs. Morehouse's life skill class. Good morning. Mrs. Hunt's second grade class from Knightstown, Indiana. Good morning, all. Let's see, going down a little bit further, we've got Mrs. Gonderman's first grade class in Indianapolis, Mrs. Tinsley's kindergarten class in Indianapolis, and one more, we've got Mrs. Rupp's third grade class in Danville, Indiana. And I know there were a bunch that joined us in between and some that are still joining. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining and saying hello and good morning and letting us know where you're from. Keep letting us know. For anyone that's joining us on replay, go ahead and put it in the comments section of the video. Let us know that you're watching, and feel free to put your questions in the comment section if you're watching this on replay. But again, for those who are live, go ahead and use that chat feature. We're excited to answer those questions, and I know Farmer John is ready to meet you and answer those questions. So without further ado, I am pleased to introduce you to Farmer John from Frankfort, Indiana. Hey, Farmer John, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, everything. We are so excited to be here with you today. We've got a lot of really excited kids and teachers, so I will let you take it away. Feel free to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your farm.
All right. Well, my name is John Carter. I am here on my family's dairy farm in Frankfort, Indiana. We have a bunch of cows. We're milking about 80 cows, which includes Dolly's mom. You can see Dolly's getting a little breakfast this morning.
Aww.
So something fun about our farm is that we milk our cows with robots.
Oh, cool.
And hopefully your class has been able to check some of that out. There's another video of my farm on the American Dairy Association's website or YouTube. And so if you want to check that out, you can. We're not going to see that this morning, but you can see that somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, this is Dolly, and she's excited to meet everybody.
Oh, look how cute she is. So she's here, number 37 for any of you that remembers. Oh my goodness. And so Farmer John, if you want to talk a little bit about Dolly, what's she munching on right now? How big is she? How old is she? Give us a little bit of information on her.
So right now she's eating some hay. that we gave her. And hay is kind of like a grass that we grow. It's called alfalfa, and we bale it up, and the cows love it. And that's what she's eating right now. She'll also get some grain, which is corn. That's all ground up, and she gets some of that good stuff. She loves that. And all of her friends love it too. Number 30. This one right here, this white one, she's pretty friendly. Dolly is kind of shy sometimes. I'm going to try to pet her, but she's kind of shy. Oh, she didn't like that. She didn't like that.
She's like, nope, I'm going to come back in the corner here.
You can go eat. Go back and eat. I won't bother you.
I was going to say, but she sees that food, so she's going to go back. Aww.
So she was born in October, I believe. So she would be 6 months old ish, something like that. So she's getting pretty big. She's about 3 foot tall. If you can see her next to me, she comes about up to my waist. So she's getting pretty big. She's probably about the size of a kindergartner, maybe. Oh my goodness. And she weighs a little bit more than a kindergartner though. she probably weighs a little over 200 pounds.
Oh wow. So,
wow. She's eating good.
Oh my goodness. Now that she grew a lot. Cause I think when she was born, people that adopted her, you're going to have to refresh my memory, but she was probably close to maybe like 60, 70 pounds. Yeah, so somewhere around
she was pretty little. She was probably 65 pounds or so. Okay. So yeah, she's grown quite a bit.
Yeah.
They grow up so fast.
They really do, because if you think about people, we definitely do not grow that much in 6 months.
No. Yep.
So
her.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna talk about her mom a little bit. Perfect. Her mom weighs probably close to 1,500 pounds. So she's pretty big. Maybe a little bit less than that, but I'm not sure if she'll get that big because I don't think her dad was that big. But so anyway, her mom is she's milking away over there, and she's hanging out with her friends.
Right. And while Dolly's hanging out with her friends and getting the special care she needs. So we talked a little bit about Dolly's mom, and that she's about 1,500 pounds. What's Dolly's kind of next? What's her future look like? When does she get to join the milking herd? When will she get to be that big? When's a cow considered mature?
So she's 6 months old right now, like I said, and she's hanging out with she's in a group of 6 cows right now. So when it gets nice, or when she gets a little bit bigger, she'll join another group of cows, which actually they are in the same barn. Oh. So you can see these cows over here they're quite a bit bigger than Dolly is.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, yep. Yeah. So they're quite a bit bigger. They're not together. They're in separate areas, but
right.
Oh, yes, they're in a different classroom. Those are like 8th graders over here, and these are like 3rd graders. Hey, Mackie. That was my dog. I don't know if you just saw that. He is a cattle dog, and he loves cows. He loves to herd cows. That's what he was trying to do right there. So anyway, so eventually they'll grow up and be able to milk. But so they're in here right now. We're going to let them outside in a little bit. And so in probably a year or so, they will be old enough to breed. And then they will have their baby when they're about 2 years old or so, maybe a little bit older than that. Okay. And then Dolly will join her mother, and she'll be a milking cow. And then she'll make all those delicious milk products that we love, ice cream and chocolate milk, all sorts of good stuff. And they're over there, they're drinking water right now. That's where their water's at. So there's always fresh water for them to drink. Okay. And there's always food, and they're going to get to go outside. So there will be grass outside for them to eat.
Oh, that's
And
exciting.
yeah,
And
so
I'm sure you have
we're
to wait
excited
till the
about that.
grass actually grows for them to do that. So in the
Yes.
winter, you gotta
Yes.
keep them inside. But
Yep. Yep. We keep them inside in the wintertime to make sure that they're warm and cozy,
yeah,
and for the grass to grow too. So
sure.
we don't like to put them out until the grass is ready. But it's been very cold this spring, so the grass hasn't been growing very fast.
Right.
So unfortunately, there's not as much grass as I would like, but I am still going to let them go outside.
Where they're getting anxious to go out too, I'm sure.
Yes, they
So
are. Yes, they are.
that's awesome. So you mentioned about at a year and a half old, they'll be bred or become pregnant. And then a little over 2 years old, they will have their first baby. So I believe is a gestation period or how long a cow is pregnant for, is that 9 months? Is that correct, Farmer John?
Yes, it is. Yep, it's 9 months. Is the same as us people.
Interesting. So they're pregnant for 9 months, and then once they have their calf, they get to join the milking herd, you said. And
Yep.
so when Dolly has her own calf, where will her calf go?
So her calf, if you've been following Dolly,
Mhm.
we have a little area for small calves that my mom actually cares for. So
Ah,
she'll get bottle fed and she'll get milk, and she'll be with other calves her own size, and they'll get to grow up together, kind of like Dolly is with her friends.
that's cool. And then when they get to be old enough and big enough, then they will have their own calf again and it'll start all over
Yep.
again and they'll join the milking herd.
It's like the circle of life.
That's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. They look very happy and content all hanging out together here. And you mentioned when they join the milking herd, then they start producing really healthy, nutritious milk that we get to enjoy.
Yes.
So, do you want to just talk a little bit more about the milking process? What's it like? How long is it? Talk a little bit about that with especially since you have robots, it's a little bit
Yep.
different than the average farm.
So we have robots. So our cows are actually trained to come and milk whenever they want.
Hmm,
They get to choose when they feel like it. They get to go outside when they want to. They get to lay down and sleep. And so when they decide that it's time to milk, they will come to the robots, and um, they're in the robot for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and they can do that up to maybe 3 or 4 times a day if they choose to.
hmm,
So other dairies have parlors, so
mhm.
they manually attach a milker to the cow. They're not actually doing it the old-fashioned way where you would squeeze the udders and milk would come out. There's
Right,
still machines, but they just have to do it manually. So we don't have to do that. We get to just kind of watch the robot uh, do its own work,
right.
and yeah, so it's nice for us because I get to go hang out with my wife
Yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
and yeah,
It gives you a little bit of free
instead of
time,
milking
right?
cows, it
Right.
does.
Yeah,
And
just a little
the
bit more.
cows like it because they get a little treat when they come inside. So
Aw,
yep,
that's cool. And it sounds like they really get to choose what they do all day. And you said they could choose to go in 3 to 4 times a day. And
yep,
if I'm not mistaken, many cows normally do because they enjoy it. They think it's
yes, they
relaxing and
do.
yeah,
They do. They get to choose. They get to make their own decisions, and they love it.
that's cool. Awesome. So
Mackie.
we're excited for Dolly to join the milking herd someday once she has her own calf, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure she'll be great when she joins the milking herd. We had a question come in a little bit ago from Miss Kemp, or I apologize, no, from Miss Shoot. They were asking how often do cows become pregnant so they can produce milk? So how often is that, and do they have single calf or twins, triplets? What's pretty normal?
So we have had some twins. It's not all too common. I've never seen triplets before, but I know that it's possible. I've never seen them on our farm.
Okay.
Um, so our cows get pregnant about once a year, and they'll milk um, until about 2 or 3 months before they are supposed to have another baby. So we'll give them a break and put them, Macklin. He's trying to do his job, but he doesn't need to. He's funny. He's got them all herded up in the corner though, so he thinks he did his job. So yeah, they will we'll breed them about once a year. So
okay. So it's just about once a year, then they'll still produce milk for those first couple of
Hey.
months while they're pregnant. But then
Yes.
towards the end, that's when they get to go on their like little mini vacation there and then get to go, and maybe if it's warm out, they'll be on pasture. If it's cold, they'll be in a barn, it sounds like, and then join the milking herd again once they have a baby. Very cool.
Exactly.
And talking about that
and then
milk,
the process starts all over again.
Right, yeah. And talking about that milk, Miss Kemp asked, does your farm sell milk products right from the farm? Do they sell it to a store? How does it get to the people then after it leaves your farm?
So we do not sell milk right off of our farm. We are members of a cooperative. So it's a business that picks up milk from a bunch of different farms, and they will take it on their big semi trucks to a processing plant. So right now, our milk is being processed to make like powders. So like Ovaltine or Nesquik chocolate milk or things like that. So yeah, our milk goes into a lot of different products. But no, we don't get to sell it right off the farm.
Right off the farm. But that's pretty cool. So it's possible that if you buy a Nesquik container of Nesquik, it could be coming from your farm, which is pretty cool. Awesome. And every state and every farm, their milk goes a little bit different places. It just depends on what the state is processing. So I know here in Pennsylvania, where I'm at, we are very heavy producers of just fluid milk. So we are often just straight fluid milk. Sounds like Indiana for you is more of the powdered milk. Wisconsin, they tend to see their milk go more into cheese and things like that. So that's pretty cool.
All right. So I'm going to open the gate up
then
I'm going to bring them outside. I think my camera person is going to go outside so she can get the full shot of them running out into the grass.
Oh, we're so excited.
And Macklin will probably get excited too. So.
Hey, he's just doing his job, right?
Oh yeah. He's good at it. He's good at his job.
That's good. Oh, we can't wait to see them.
Come on, guys.
Macklin's going to come in and help.
Yeah, probably. Hey, Macklin, come here. Mackie, come here. Come on. I'm going to have him help me. Come on. Let's go. Mackie, easy. Easy.
Here they come.
Here they come.
Hi, girls. Oh, who's going to be the first brave one to come outside?
So these calves have really never been outside.
Right.
This is their first time. Yep. And they're just young, so.
Aw. Hi, guys.
Mackie. He thinks he has to constantly be doing something, but
he's a good herd dog.
He is. He's a good boy.
Oh my goodness. Look at him enjoying the sun. How exciting. Now, will you take them in and out now, or will you kind of like put them back in at night so they're safe, or how does that work?
So inside is where their bedding and things are. So we'll probably just leave the door open for them and let them decide, but they're pretty protected right here in this area. So if they get chilly and they want to snuggle up in their bedding, then they can go inside. But we'll let them decide.
That's cool. Aw, very nice. Well, so while we're enjoying watching Dolly on grass, we've had a couple other questions come in, Farmer John. So Miss Williams was wondering, how many animals do you have on the farm in general? Like, do you have any anything else other than cows? And like maybe how many cows total do you have?
Okay, so we have, counting in my head right now. We have probably 120 cows total, between the big cows. Mackie, stop it. Between the big cows and the medium, the 8th grade cows, and these small ones, probably around 120
Okay.
animals. And then we have Mackie.
Who's definitely
And
making himself known. And
yes, he is. Yes, he is. And then we have some chickens running around
Aw,
somewhere, just a few.
very cool.
And then we also raise pigs in another barn, but they're not really on the farm, but we do take care of them.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yep, we've
Very
got a
cool.
little bit of everything on our farm, but the dairy is my main thing.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I enjoy
Very
the
cool.
cows.
Good.
Mackie.
We had another good question from Miss Knight. They were wondering, what is the lifespan of a typical dairy cow? And do you happen to know what the oldest cow is on your farm?
So I think cows can live around 20 years, I believe.
Goodness.
So they can live quite a while, quite a long time. We have a relatively young herd. I think our oldest cow, just in general, we have a young herd. I think our oldest cow is probably 11 or 12. So
Wow.
she's been around a while.
Yeah, she has been. Oh
Yep.
my goodness. And so, that's like the oldest of what a cow could possibly be. I guess I would,
Yep.
maybe another question that we could kind of clarify. The average age of a cow is usually what, maybe like 6 to 8 on a farm, or 5 to 7 on a farm?
Yep. Probably around 6 or so. Yep.
Yeah, that would be a pretty pampered cow if she lives to be 20. I've heard
Yes.
that the
Yes.
average cow, like one cow year is about equal to 10 human years. So that would have been a really
Okay.
old cow. Now
That would be a really old cow.
But I think I know people have had cows that live that long. It's just they end up being very
Yep.
pampered.
Yep. Yep. A dairy
Awesome.
cow's life is it's a good life.
It is.
I'll say that.
They get there, and maybe we want to touch on this a little bit, but I'm pretty sure they've got you to watch after them. So they've got the herd manager.
Yep.
They've got a
Mhm.
nutritionist that develops their feed. They've got a veterinarian. Do you want to talk about the people that help you out for your farm?
Macklin. Sure. Mackie. Macklin, come here. I'm gonna have to put you out if you're gonna keep doing that. That's not very nice. Hey, go outside. Okay, so sorry, he's very distracting. Mackie, come here. You're gonna stand with me, buddy. So yeah, so I am with the cows every day, and my dad also. I work with my mom and dad. So
Sure.
my mom takes care of the calves, and me and my dad take care of the farm and the animals and everything. And then yes, we work with a nutritionist, and they help us with the cow's diet. Hey, Mackie. They help us with the cow's diet and what the cows are eating, to make sure that they're producing milk and that they're healthy, and everything like that. We also work with our veterinarian, to make sure that our cows don't get sick.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different jobs that go into raising the animals.
Yeah,
And
that's incredible.
Yep.
Good. It takes a team, right? It takes a village
It
to
does.
keep all these girls happy and healthy. We had someone
It does.
asking, do you have any other employees on the farm, or is it really just your family?
It's mainly just my family. We do have another man that helps us with some odds and ends around the farm. He comes and gets cows for us in the mornings and things like that, and he likes to drive tractors and things like that. But yep.
That's cool. Very nice.
So yep, we've been my family's been here for a long time. So
yeah, absolutely.
Over 100 years, just over 100 years.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
we've
incredible.
had a lot of help through the years too. So
yeah. And how many businesses do you know that have been successfully taken care of their land, successfully in business for over 100 years? I would say not many. That's a long time for a business to
Yep.
thrive and succeed.
Yep.
So clearly, you guys are doing something right. You're taking really good care of the land and your cows, and we love it. We absolutely love seeing that. So thank you, Farmer John, for being really good
Thank you very
farmers.
much.
Yeah. We had a really good question from Mrs. Mitchell's class. They were wondering, what are the orange things in their ears? Do you mind talking a little bit about that?
Yep. So those are their tags, and they have a number on them. So those are just a way for us to identify the animal.
Okay.
So to make sure that they're getting the care that they need, and especially when they're little, because we need to know their age
Mm-hmm.
for what they're eating and things like that. So
Hmm.
we document all of that when they're born and things, and then we give them a number, and she'll have that number until the tag falls out, probably, or something
Right.
like that, when she's older and she's rubbing her head on a fence post or something like that. But yep,
Right.
that's her number for the rest of her life. And yeah, yep,
Nice.
it's
Very cool.
just a way for us to make sure we know the animal.
Yeah, absolutely. Way of identification. And I'm pretty sure it's just like a normal piercing, So for anyone that
Yep.
has their ears pierced, it's just a quick clip and then they kind of shake their head and off they go, which is pretty
Yep.
cool. Very nice. We had someone wondering if you have what's the youngest calf on the farm right now. So if you had any newborns or anything lately.
We had one this morning, actually.
Aw, oh, that's so
So
exciting.
it's over in the other barn where
Gotcha.
the small ones are. But yep, we had one this morning, and it's doing well, and mom's doing well. And yeah.
Very cool. So
Yep.
it's in the nursery at this point, and someday she'll get to
Yes.
move to
Yes.
kindergarten or
She
preschool.
is
But
she is where Dolly was when Dolly was younger.
gotcha. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's exciting, and that's the start of the circle of life, like you talked about
Yes, it
earlier, Farmer
is.
John.
Yes, it
Farmer
is.
John, it looks like Miss Carter has a question for you. So hang on to your hat here. But she was wondering if Dolly's dad is on the farm.
Dolly's dad is not on the farm. So we have a bull, a boy cow for some of our animals, and some of our animals we do it ourselves.
Okay.
So Dolly's father, I've never met Dolly's father before.
Okay.
He's at a different farm somewhere, but
Right.
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Right. I'm sure he is too. Yeah. And that's pretty cool. And so, and to this, which is pretty neat. This is something that's very modern with dairy farming, but you as a farmer can pick the bull that you want,
Yes.
right? And that way you can help improve the genetics of the
Yep.
next generation on your farm. So you were able to pick a bull that you felt would complement Dolly's mom's genetics really well to produce a really pretty calf like Dolly, which is just
Yep.
really, really neat. And you can continue doing that year after year and continuing to improve the breed and the herd, which is awesome how that science and genetics can work for you. So very cool.
Yep. That's what we try to do. We try to get the best animals. Macklin is working again, so I apologize for that. She almost knocked down
Your
my
grain bin.
cameraman.
Oh, your camera. Oh, no. Oh my goodness. Farmer John, this has been a lot of fun. I want to go ahead and just ask this one more question here that someone asked. It's a really good question. They were wondering, how do you ever clean the cow's hooves? And if you do, like, how do you do it? Who does it? How does that work?
Yep, we do. So the young ones don't really need it very much right now, but when they get older, their hooves it's kind of like our fingernails. So we clip our fingernails so they don't get all nasty and get dirt underneath of them. So we have a man, and this is another person that helps us. He is a hoof trimmer, and he comes out and he has like a little box that he puts the cows in, and he can lift their legs up, and he cuts their fingernails basically, and gets their feet clean, and he comes about twice a year, And that's for the older cows though. So eventually Dolly will get a pedicure when she's a little bit older, and I'm sure she'll enjoy it.
Oh, that's awesome. So they even get a pedicurist to come to them. They don't have to go to
Yes.
that. That is
Yep.
nice. I wish someone came to my house and did that for me
Yep.
instead of having to go to the store. Oh my gosh. We have loved watching Dolly, and we've had some folks saying thank you so much for letting us adopt Dolly. We've loved watching her grow up on your farm. So, Farmer John, as we wrap up today, I just want to ask you one final question. You know, what is your why? Why have you chosen this life to be a dairy farmer? And you know, why do you do what you do every day?
So what is my why? My why is I love working with the animals. I love being outside and working on the farm. I've always lived on this farm my whole life, and I get to work with my family. So there's a lot of positive things that I like about being a dairy farmer, and I'll do it for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Well, we thank you for your hard work and dedication to the dairy industry. As you said earlier, you're the reason we have ice cream and cheese and yogurt and Nesquik powder and all kinds of delicious things. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for providing a very nutritious, healthy product for us to enjoy, and clearly taking really good care of these cows. They love you. It's very evident, and they look like they're enjoying their life here on your farm. So thank you so much for everything you do and
Well,
for choosing this as your
I
career.
I appreciate you guys following along with Dolly.
Awesome. Thank you,
And
Farmer John.
drink more milk.
Yes. Make sure to get your 3 servings of
Everybody
dairy.
drink your milk.
That's right. Absolutely. All right, Farmer John, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you to everybody for joining us today. We had a lot of fun. We look forward to having you in the program next year. Reminder, registration opens on May 1st, this Sunday, for next year's program. So be sure to sign up at discoverdairy.com/adopt. You won't want to miss the fun next year. Thanks so much, everyone. And we hope to see you later. We hope to see you then. Bye, everybody. All right.